know, I've been on a spiritual path for probably a little over 10 years now. But it was really about 5 years ago when I really started to commit to this path and just, everything started to align more so and fall into place, even with all the challenges and breakdowns and disappointments along the way. But I remember it was the day before Thanksgiving. In 2014, I made my very last law school student loan payment. And I can still remember right now, like the feeling of satisfaction. Oh my goodness, of making that payment. I actually paid off my law school student loans in 3.5 years, which is like unheard of. But I had a really good job right out of law school and making six figures. And I continued to live really cheap. I drove a really old car and I lived in an old apartment so that I could pay off my law school student loans as soon as possible. And so I had just made my last law school student loan payment, and I had just finished working on the campaign that you may have heard me talk about for labeling GMOs. So that had just ended in November. And so I had a little bit of my time freed up. And I also, financially, it was like, wow, okay, I don't have to pay any more law school student loans. So I had more money. And it was about a month later. And it's funny, at that time, like you've heard me say, I was kind of always trying to figure out what I really came here for. So at that time in my mind, I thought, you know what, maybe I'll save up $100,000, $150,000, quit my job, travel the world, because I love traveling. And then, maybe, I don't know, I'll like do some volunteering in another country or something. I don't know. I figured I'll just figure it out. Well, it was funny at that time, it was about a month later, I got this email in my inbox, and it was for Calling in the One, a course called Calling in the One, referring to manifesting your soulmate, like a romantic soulmate, life partner. And so there was, in that email, it was for a free 90-minute call the following evening, and I was available, so I got on that call, and within the first 10 minutes of the call, I was like in tears, and it was like, Catherine Woodward Thomas is her name. She spoke to the depths of my soul, and I was like, oh my God, this is what I've been yearning for my whole life. Like, I always had an inner sense of like wanting to meet like my soulmate, I mean, really, truly from a young age, I had like this sense inside of me of like you've heard me say in one of my other videos, deep connection. You're probably seeing like a theme here. My whole life, there's kind of this theme that's always been there. And so I joined, it was a 7-week course, and I joined the course. And then she had a follow-on 9-month love mastery course that I ended up joining that after the 7-week course. But I'm telling you this story, I mean, for one, I've actually been kind of focused on, although not as much in the last couple of years, but for a while there, I was really intently focused on like, I'm going to manifest my soulmate. But the beautiful thing is, that whole journey is what has gotten me to where I am today, now actually living my entire life purpose. It's so phenomenal how like deep transformation and spiritual awakening actually works in this beautiful way and unfolding. So I will tell you so much more about about like my whole story and journey around manifesting my soulmate, but how it actually led to where I am today. Because it's such it's a beautiful journey, even with, like I said, all the disappointments and breakdowns and challenges that I've had along the way. But it was really then, I guess that would be, it was about 5 years ago that I really started this deeply committed path of like, okay, like I just felt so called and so pulled in this direction. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I really look forward to seeing you in the next video. I hope you're enjoying my YouTube channel, and lots of love, bliss, and peace.